What's up, players and player haters? This is the first episode of the podcast, essentially like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna go too crazy. It's the first one, and I think that'd be the general idea for these videos upcoming is just to get a little like reference of what's going on in my life, and then what's to be expected moving forward. I thought about this content idea just like you know what I like talking. I'm not the best at video games, so I can't really showcase like all skill or whatnot, but I do like I wouldn't say professional yapper, but I say I'm good. I'm good at talking and keeping conversation, at least on the topics that I like. But moving forward, first segment, I want to talk about a couple snacks that I got. Like a snack review. These are these little like we went to the Don Quixote or Don Don Key, whatever the call them, and we got this like banana filled whatever. Really really good. I'm not gonna lie, like bomb. And the regular one is good, as in like regular, as in we just got out of the package, didn't do nothing special with it. But the packaging says to freeze one, so I went ahead and froze it, and I want to try it right here. And see what differences it has. So yeah, that shit fire. It's like a banana pudding, or I wouldn't even say pudding. It's like it's almost like if it's a smashed banana inside of it with the really really thin layer of like cake, and that shit is good. Yeah, right here. Hmm. I give that um a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, that's a 10. And then another thing we got. Oh yeah, let me show you guys the packaging. So it's this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me fix it so the name's all there. I can't, but I don't know. On the side, yep, limited edition. So get it while you guys can. This is really really good. The taste, it really tastes like banana, and it has that soft little like outer layer. Really good, man. Yeah, you boy, big boy. So I know what's good, man. I know what's good, dude. I know what's good. And then this right here, I don't know if you guys ever had it. This is really common. I've seen it in a lot of stores, so it's not like something special. Uh, yogurt de or yogurt de or yogurti saliva. I mean, it's kind of wild. Saliva or savila. This shit is bomb. But I didn't. We put it in the fridge. Or at least said like freezer. I had a mini fridge in my room with a optic sticker. I mean optic magnet. Shout out Optic Texas. Optic Gaming, which is another topic of discussion we'll get into later on. Yeah, what the fuck? I guess they have this like safety proof so you never lose your thing. That's cool. Yo, and it got aloe vera in it, like little chunks. If you guys are into it, like that's a banger. It's a banger right there. Shit, really good. And then this water too. You got this, the Mountain Valley Spring water, the red tab. Let's say the red tab water. I never heard nobody say that, but that red tab water, that red label water. This shit right here. It's an easy drink, real easy. Let me go back to this yogurt Vera, Yogo Vera. If that's yeah. All right, so Yogo Vera, peach. I give this 7. Honestly, really good. Has a good unique flavor. And my dog smells that banana thing. He Yesterday when we were eating it, he was going crazy over it, like trying to run us over for a bite. But going back to the Yoga Vera, really good, really smooth, really the chunks are not too big, they're not overbearing. They have a nice taste to them. So it's not something that you could be like, oh man, like it feels like I'm eating a chunky smoothie. It's more like a juicy, uh, like almost like coconut water, but with aloe vera. And the coconut is peach juice, something like that. It's really, really good. And then another thing we got, so these chips right here, uh, Serrano sea salt and vinegar potato chips. You smell that? Smell good? Getting crazy? Can't have this stuff. These chips right here, they have a unique taste. They're Serrano sea salt and vinegar. Unique taste to them. Uh, uh I just buy one. Man, watch out, crazy. If you're like salt and vinegar type of person, they're for you. If you like a little bit of heat, just adds that extra touch. I give these chips a 9. The brand is called Siete, so 7. They got avocado oil in them, and plus is that they're vegan, so that's cool. Not a big. I'm not vegan myself. I like to eat meat. Pause. Cool chips, fun, tasty. I like them. And cool enough is that we only spent like $16, which is cool. And then yeah, I didn't even get the water review. Water's 10 out of 10. You gotta stay hydrated. What you mean? Trying to get it. Yeah. So cool snacks. That was the segment. I mean, snack shopping is gonna be something that I'm doing. At least bring the snacks that I eat to light, so you guys can see what I'm up to, see what I'm eating, which is gonna be cool for us. So you guys can be like, all right, cool. Excuse me. You guys can get a reference of what's good and what's not on my behalf, cause I do like. Sorry, all them snakes at one time they hitting, just punching out of my chest trying to get out. But all of them all at once, they're really good. I feel like we had a good selection this time. I mean, some of them like that water, of course, is a staple. Can't go wrong with that. I want to try the other flavors. I think they had a peach of this one. I can't. I'm not too sure. Can't remember. But I know they got a bunch, like a variety of these. So these are something I'm gonna look out for. Now to talk about what's upcoming for the channel. So channel wise, I see myself doing more of these. I like talking, of course, and being able to give you guys insight into my life without overly stepping like a boundary is what I'm gonna do. And hopefully, with with all the with all the new things that I want to do with the channel is just pour more into it by YouTube. I do stream on Twitch because it's easier to just like turn on the camera, like uh, just press start streaming and then boom, go. But I don't edit. I don't do no TikToks, and I don't do no short term content and long term content like YouTube. So I do see myself pouring more into that side of the YouTube. I'm getting pretty busy these days. Like I gotta go to a school, and then I'm going to one class for work, and then I'm going to regular school. So right now I'm doing pre-cal. Pre-cal's pretty cool, learning a lot of stuff and doing as much as I can. It's one of those things where it's like you think math is hard until you actually sit down and try to study it. It's like you get a problem wrong and you're like, damn, how did I get that wrong? And the cool thing about the math program that I'm going through is like you're able to see, all right, the problem's there. You can see like it says like Help Me Solve or what's it called? I think Help Me Solve doesn't give you any points, but if you look at a view an example, which I always do, view an example, and then it'll give you a whole different problem, and then it'll show you like steps on how to do that problem, so you could just implement it to the problem that you're currently doing, and it helps out a lot. Where it's like, damn, this shit's really really easy actually. I'm not even. I thought it was gonna be more hard than it actually was, but it was just like you seeing something hard and you're just like, I don't even want to try it. I don't even want to go through it. It's been one of that like, and that's always been like that for me with math. Where it's like, oh yeah yeah, like I want something hard, and then once I get something hard, I'm like, whatever. I just like run away. But I've been trying to challenge myself with having to just like take it face on and being able to complete all these problems. It's it gets tough. It's challenging because I'm not the best at math, but I'm eventually gonna get there. And then moving forward, like I said, to go back to the topic of the channel, I do want to do more short term content. I do want to post more on TikTok, and then I do want to post more on YouTube Shorts as well. So I'd like a one for one is a transfer, is probably just one, and then more YouTube videos like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, games that I feel like that are more my speed that I can actually have fun with. Scary games, yeah, they're cool, but I mean, like I don't get scared. Like it'd have to take a lot for me to get scared in a game. Like really, really scared. Like oh, more. It's more like whoa. Like yeah, it's just a vibe until it's not. Like oh okay, like there's nothing like too crazy. But maybe I'm just not playing the scary games. Maybe I'm just playing like entry level stuff. I don't know. And then more goofy games too. Like I like playing like I'll play some Farming Simulator maybe. See what that's about. Never played that game. Um, more one-off games. Have a little series for like a 3 episodes maybe. I was thinking like, these games that I like myself. Maybe three episodes, and then games that are up and coming, trending. I want to get my hands on and just try to play them to see where I gauge them. And I'll do game ratings afterwards too, like game ratings. See my personal score and how I feel about the game. Dipping myself into as I get older. I mean, I'm not having the same reaction speed as I was when I was like 18. I'm about to turn 25 this year. I'm getting older, and it's just one of those things where you can't help like being becoming old. It sucks. I know it sounds stupid, but that's the way it made up in my brain. You can't help becoming an old fart. It is, but dipping my toes into single player games, and I've always played like one off weird games like Stardew Valley, or I mean I wouldn't say weird. I just say games that aren't like very very popular. Minus Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is very very popular. I take that back. But games that like Disgaea. Not a lot of people know about Disgaea, and that's one of my favorite games. And unfortunately, it's like one of those things where you talk about it's like a small hometown that you're from type of situation. Like, oh yeah, I'm from blah blah blah, and somebody's like, what? Where's that at? I never heard of that place, and it's like it's right next to that big major city. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they only know like a couple places, but we'll, we'll like like the games that I really really like that nobody's heard of, we'll play like one time, one episode. You guys can understand where I'm coming from, where I say like, I give a game more light. And that's what I want to do. Give a game more light. And then another thing moving forward with this the channel is reviewing albums after they've been like yeah, people like initially reviewing them is always cool because it's like I'm the first one to review. People watch my channel. But also reviewing an album after it's able when it's able to grow on you. That's one thing that I've been thinking about for myself is like a lot of people always like oh like or people do the first time listening to a song that everybody's listening to, and it's like yeah, I never heard this song, and it's like fucking I don't know, like Tupac, Keep Your Head Up. Like yeah, I never heard this song, my first time. Yeah, my first like I'm not fake, dude. I'm not fake. I'm real as it is. I'm gonna be real. Like Chromacopia is an album that I want to listen to again and give a review. I've listened to it, initially gave a review, in my of course to my peers, but I do want to give it another review on the platform and give it like what I really feel listening to it and how it makes me what it makes me think of. And then another album that I want to review, never of course reviewed these all to my peers, never put them on the channel, is GNX by Kendrick Lamar. And that album, like I like that album not only because it has a great diss track, but because it actually like it's a LA feel, like that feel that you can get behind. If you're from there, you're like, damn, this is like it represents California or SoCal. That that feeling of like, damn, going to your grandma's personally, going to your grandma's, eating Mexican food, uh, going and seeing lowriders, going and seeing like some bombers, stuff like that, like cool stuff that you can only really get in one area of the world. Of course, there's like authentically in one part of the world. And hey, I'm not the expert on this stuff. It might be in other parts of the world, or it might, but this is in my world. It was there, and I was embracing it. I was like, that was the culture, you know. Hearing Little Debbie, like that's the culture that was over there in LA, you know. It was like, all right, cool, you can I could get behind that. And then that feeling of like uh I'll say this for the review, but you know, I like that, I like that feeling. But you know, moving forward, as you can see, like that gets me excited. I like Kendrick Lamar, and it's not to like glaze him or anything, but I think he's a very good artist, and I think he has so much in his box, and it's like for him to pull something out after that, like woo, you know, like that was it was just one thing after another after another after another, and it was just like good, 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 and it just became better. And that's something else I want to do when I'm talking about the albums. Is talk about the artists too, like how amazing they are as artists, and how as the individuals. Like I don't want to talk down or downplay songs because you know as I get older, my perspective changes, and the way I look at it is like yes, the song might not be the best for me, 100%, but that might be the most played song on their catalog. And in retrospect, it's like, am I wrong for saying this person's song is not good for me? Like, it, or am I wrong? Or I am wrong for saying the song is, I say, quote unquote, bad because I don't like it. If that makes sense. Like, I don't like it, so it's bad. No, that's my opinion. It might not hit me in a certain way. But the thing with reviewing a song a couple months after, that song might have grown on you, and that might be the like the thing. Like you can't listen to an album and then hear a song and then be like, yeah, the whole album's trash. I don't like it, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. And then go into like a month or two later, and it's like, you know what? That song actually grew on me. That's music, you know, like that song's gonna be there forever, and eventually that song's gonna be like something you actually like and something you actually like. Damn, this is one of the best songs on the album. I didn't know why I didn't say I liked it in the beginning. So it's like I do want to go and dive into that, and that's why I thought about that when I was at work. I was like, you know what, this is the direction I want to take my channel, more open with all sorts of media, and then of course the after that is gaming. Gaming is like I think we talked about gaming, so and then just talking about random topics, which would be the next segment I want to talk about is random topics that don't get that I feel that I like. I could talk about. I could talk about Call of Duty. I could talk about teams. I could talk about orbs. I could talk about things that I think that are cool and upcoming titles like games, upcoming music, upcoming things that like being able to talk about like I guess to say this is to talk not talk about political aspects of life because you know what I'm not a political science teacher, I'm not economics teacher, I'm not your government teacher, I'm not a U.S. history teacher. I will not talk about something that I do not know a lot about. And the sense where it's like this is a wider audience, and there's gonna be people that know a lot about those things. I don't want to be caught in the crossfire to be the person that like says something that's unright, and then people start believing in my beliefs because of say we say we get a following, people like say we get a following, people start believing in my beliefs. I want to say everything that I say is with my opinion, and I believe that having your own opinion is one thing that we can continue to keep having as individuals. And I also want this to be very, very clear. The channel is to your opinion matters. Like that's what I want to say is your opinion matters, and I will always say, in my opinion, in my opinion, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be persuaded into thinking my way because it's just like oh, I like this YouTuber and his opinions. What goes? No, I don't want that. I want you guys to have your own opinion, and I more or less like this channel will be critically thinking, like critical, because that's what eventually I'm gonna teach my kid is to critically think, so they can formulate their own opinion rather than listen to what dad has to say and only like want what dad has to offer. So or offer, but whatever my dad said is what he'll spew out when he goes to school. Like, oh, my dad said blah blah blah. What did you say? What did you say, little Timmy? What do you think? I want to hear what I think, and boom, 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 boom. Like this guy's a thinker, and I want him. I want like you guys to be like, well, he said it's an 8 for the food. Let me go give it a try and see what I like it. You know, I want that. Like, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, he said that was nasty, so that's nasty. I don't want to eat that. And then come to find out it was your favorite snack. You know, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's different, and that's what I like about living is hearing different perspectives because it might change your perspective on things. You know, like you could be eating something and somebody like you guys like two people eating something. You guys could be like, man, like you personally was like, man, this has a little bit too much cheese, and then another person would be like, you know, I feel like they didn't put enough cheese. You know, like that weird, like that connection of like, what did you say compared to what I say is just that clash, and you're thinking like, damn, I thought they put over, I thought it was overly cheesy. The person's like, damn, and then you're just thinking like, am I tripping? You know, like that double thought. Let me try it again. And you're like, you know, I could get down with a little extra cheesy shit. You know, like something like that, something smooth. You know, but I do want to dive into this talking adventure with you guys, and I appreciate anybody that came through to listen. Um, I didn't want to make this video too long. It was just a channel update, and then going over things that I feel like were necessary to go over. So we'll cut it right here. To the next one.